Hello, hello. Let's see here. Pulling everything up on my phone just to make sure everything's going just fine. Awesome. Alright. So, I believe this is the correct server. We'll figure out here in a second. If not, then I'll say like a minute and 15 seconds. Instead it just says 15 seconds. So, there's only one player online. In fact, all the servers that I'm looking at right now don't really have many people playing at all. So, my biggest thing is that I am stuck at the Northwest Airfield right now, basically fully armored. I'm a little overweight with ammunition. A lot of it I don't need. Um, Looks like it's daytime out. I have the Pioneer rifle, and it's completely full. Looks like my blood and water is going up. Because there's only one player online, I'm not really worried about being overly cautious, but I'm gonna try to keep my eye out just as a, I wouldn't say a precaution, but more so I don't want to get too comfortable later on and then just be like, oh, I'm gonna do something stupid. There's a KA-74. I don't want to pick that up. I'll pick up more room than the other item in my bag. What I do want to do is just take a quick look around, and I hope, oh look, it's funny, bulletproof masks don't do crap, so. There's another AK-47 or 74, AA-74, it's fine, I didn't even think about that. I'm actually going to start being a little greedy here. Terrible idea, I know. I really shouldn't do that. I didn't check over here earlier. BKHR. One little quick thing here. I am going to swap out this item with something else in my inventory, just because I really don't want to carry too much on me. I'm already overpacked. Be nice. Oh, no way, what is that? It's a Vega. That's trash. He's going on. I'm just gonna drop that for right now. There we go. Alright. Try to be quiet. Just because I don't want to start fighting any zombies or anything like that. Two, three, four. Plus the magazine that I have in the gun can hold up to, it looks like 25, so that's good. What about my grenades? Badly damaged smoke grenade. What about the scope? Scope looks just fine. Okay. Now, let's get that battery in there. There we go. So, one thing I dislike about the VSS, every time you find it, they seem to be really damaged, first of all. Secondly, the ammunition is so difficult to find. 5x39, it's 9x39. I don't even know what gun that would go to, so I'm just gonna grab the box. 30 round VHKR mag. It's 9x39, wow. But it's a 30 round magazine. And I picked up the fucking Vega somehow. I'm just gonna leave the Pioneer. I don't need it. Says I have a poor connection at the moment, probably because I'm trying to upload. Oh no, you were kicked off the game. Connection with the host has been lost. Alright. Let's see here. Let's do a refresh. Log back in. Kicked off the game. Player with the same. Okay, so it says I'm still in the game, which is stupid. That's alright though, because it just means it's, you know, trying to actually despawn me from the game. But should load me back in. Luckily I wasn't doing anything at the time that it kicked me from the game, so I hope I still have everything. Although instead of the Pioneer I put the Vega in my hands. So yeah, I lost connection right around here and then walked right around, and then there was another AK magazine sitting here. Yep. Just need to be careful, I guess. Hopefully next time I run through here I can grab some NBC gear and go loot up one of those bigger buildings. I doubt there's anything in here. I truly doubt there's anything in this building worth grabbing, but I'm just gonna run through and try to get my way to there's a campsite on the other side of this little area. There's a compass. CB radio. Oh, there's some zombies over there. I don't need to. So that'd be nice for later for base building. That's one thing I do want to do. I do want to build a base here soon. Not here, but in the near future. Hopefully with the same character, just in case I do die. I can just, you know, oh shit. Okay. Bit heavily populated over here with zombies, it seems. I'm gonna go around this pipeline over there. Again, there's only one other player online right now, luckily. Here we go. I'm making 2 waves of sound. I do, however, kind of want to go and check out this little for a shot. It's a dead NPC. No, that's the same dude I just shot. Keep missing my shots. NBC boots. I found almost an entire NBC gear kit over here, which would be nice if I had the space to be able to go and run and do that in my backpack, but I think what I really should do first is try to craft a, nothing. I have seen stuff in here before. I might want to go check out that little bunker space right there. Work my way over, and then just past the tree line over there, I want to get to that little spot over here. Check out those tents and see if I can get something better than what I have now. I mean, I got some pretty decent gear, but I would love to find another high-powered rifle. Something a little bit stronger than this one. Although I can't argue with the suppressed sniper rifle. Although if I find that Lapua mag, or that Lapua-based gun and a few magazines for it, I'm definitely going to take that one. And if it fills up my gear, it fills up my gear, but my gear is already basically full. There's another NBC zombie right here. Good night. I should truly be saving the rounds for this gun, but being in this airfield, I really don't want to risk it. What are you running for? Dude's gonna give me away. I don't know how I keep missing shots, but there is one other player online, so I don't want to get messed up by him. Could be the server host, who knows. Look, that zombie just completely disappeared, so I have no idea where no, he didn't disappear, he's right there. Enough water bottles on me, thank you. Zombie stopped exactly where my crosshairs were, so I couldn't help myself. don't like messing with zombies in this area. That was ridiculous. I don't even understand what the fuck that was all about, but... Alright. I have enough VSS magazines. I would really love to find something. If I can find another couple of, like, higher round mags or something like, what is this? Don't need that. Select rifles. I think I have a stack of this. Of course, those are tracer rounds. So, smart grenade. Don't need that. There is this Humvee over here, though. I will check out the Humvee because usually these things have some decent gear in them. So, what was that? Weird sound. NBC jack. Glass. don't know where that sound came from, but I really don't like that sound. That whatever sound that was being made. Hopefully it was just me messing with the car. Look at that. Another 30 round mag. So I'm gonna take that and swap with what's that sound again? I'll be right back. I always want to pay attention to that tree line over there. That's sniper's area. DMR mag. But I don't have a DMR, and I would prefer to keep the rifle that I have. What is this? 20 round DMR mag. It's not terrible. DMR mag. There's 3 magazines for DMR nearby, but I don't have one. Although I'm debating on if I find one in this little sniper's nest, I might snag it. Can't let that in. So yeah, you always want to be careful of these 2 little sniper hills right here. Very famous for ghillie snipers to be sitting in these old mountain ranges, but I don't believe anybody else but me and maybe one other person is online at the moment, so there you go. Yeah, the map shows somewhere off in the woods over here, I believe there is another military camp. Could be headed in the wrong direction, but regardless, I still want to keep to a minimal. Don't want to be overly loud. Ran right into a tree. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the other little campsite. I'm glad I veered back off a little bit towards the right side, otherwise I don't think I would have seen this one. Maybe I was thinking of a little bit more of like a, more modern campsite than this. That was a smokestack. Just for shits and giggles really quickly though, I'm gonna open the eyes revive map just to verify my spot. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that it's a little bit more that way. I was right, there was a camp. Just a little bit this way. See any zombies or anything. Okay. Stand up, regain some energy. I don't know why I just did that. why I was missing those shots, but maybe the enemy was too close. I have seen guns spawn in this little nook before. Of course, I was on the older model of this game. But there's a random free tire. That's odd. I don't think you can actually pick up that tire. Oh man. Holy shit. If you don't know, the reason why I ran is because it's... The reason why I ran from that smoke cloud is because, is it more 45? I don't have any way to combat that gas. Oh shit. Scared the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that gas cloud was gonna get to me. Get some of this liquid chicken cooked up. Please cook it up before it goes bad. The pants look pretty beaten up. I hope they're not ruined. The one thing I haven't seen is a pair of pants. I'm gonna have to go back to the airfield and loot some of those bunkers until I find something suitable. Of course, we've already got cold. This bitch has been one of the hardest people to keep alive throughout the entire game. Usually don't play as females for some reason. But you know what? Random loot spawn, or random spawn, random lady. So like, you know what? Cool. I'll keep as this lady. She has been the hardest person to keep alive with food, you name it. Now she's got a cold. Not only that, but I have one of the rarest blood types. She's O positive, so I can give blood to literally anybody. To really just leave blood packs laying around. That'd be nice. Leave people, you know, usable blood. Let's check on these pants. Hunter pants, they're badly damaged, but they're repairable. So. Be nice to be able to find some good stuff. Let's see. And it stopped raining. That's nice. I should be able to wring out my clothes, put it back on, and then get my utilities to dry out. What I'm curious about is how long those gas bombs last. Really need to find like a sewing kit or some duct tape. Just fix all of my gear. Of course, it rains for 2 seconds and I get sick. I hope I'm not sick from that gas bomb. That would be fucking terrible. Although I don't believe so. Let's hold a couple of live grenades over the fire. That sounds so smart. Stupid. And it's raining again. It's great. So I'm trying to dry out nothing. Oh, that's neat. My character's just gonna get sick anyhow. The best thing I can do is just retreat and come back another time, maybe a little bit later. One thing I do want to do eventually is build a base, like I was saying earlier. So I think what I want to do is start backtracking towards a semi-decent location to be able to do so. Rocks kind of look decent for like a cave dwelling or something. Oh wow, I have used the base trim there. Hey, at least my character's not sick anymore. That's good. I was hoping to be able to find some night vision goggles, but I'll have to find those in another spot, I guess. I'm glad I got out of there alive, especially with that chemical bomb that just hit the town that I was in. Oh, great. I guess we'll call this episode Escape from El Dorado. I mean, I think that's what I put down as the episode anyhow. What I do want, however, is to go through my items, see what I have that I need and don't need, and then just kind of loop through my supplies, get my gear back to a working standard, and then start building a base. Or, you know, I could set down one of those temporary huts, which would still require me to have like a hatchet or something, so I'm going to need to find a hatchet. Hacksaw would be nice to be able to help. with a hacksaw, you can cut down multiple different trees and stuff, and then you can turn the trees into logs, and then the logs into planks. So it makes it a little bit easier, and then from there you can cut up the logs even more, make sticks. It's not 100% necessary. It's not needed. I could just spend all day chopping trees if I wanted to, which would probably take the same amount of time. Is that a soda? It is. Mad Mox. Wow. This is the first time I've seen this little beer in a little bit, so cheers. Picked up my victory chicken and headed out. So at this point in time, I just want to keep running at least to a main road, and then from the main road I'll bounce from town to town, just trying to get my way to, say, the coastline. That way, if I die quickly, I can just run up the coast, run down the coast, get to a certain spot, and regear, regroup, head back. Must be the coast right there. There's power lines and stuff like that. Just headed this way. Never mind. There is a city over there, though. There's more power lines over there. What's the point of those if there's a power line situation right behind me? I mean, clearly those are just for the main town. That might be for the military, but you could just branch off. Be the logical thing to do. I want to say if you see those storm clouds or something that goes north and south. It's not always the case, I don't believe. Very possible it is, but I haven't figured out how to, read the stars. They're too sporadic, and they actually do kind of shift around the sky a little bit. A little too much for it to actually work as a navigation. But farmhouse over there. Little farm town over here. What I will do is follow these train tracks just in case I run into a train or something like that. I actually have a pretty good idea of where to set up a base, just based off of my old gameplay on a different server. About this time last year, I was doing the same thing, just running through, running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And yeah, it would take forever. Not terribly though. Although I do want to get to a decent spot. So if I do have to log out or anything anytime soon, that I'll be able to at least have a good positioning. It's a little creaky. Interesting thing is, if you log out like right here in the middle of nowhere, pretty sure it'll spawn you in the middle of nowhere if you just come back to the game. I think that's the main road over there. It is. I might actually go check out those houses really quickly then, because I know it guides along the same route with the train line, and then from there it'll shoot back towards Electro and all that other good jazz. So if possible, I want to see if I can find some more like another couple pair of pants, maybe some what is that? I thought maybe it was like a bull or something. That's another thing. I haven't seen any large... Oh, what is that? Fucking tree. Damn. From here, it kind of looks like a smokestack, but it doesn't look like it's like traveling anywhere. It just looks ambient. So, could have assumed that it was a tree. But what I was saying before is I haven't seen any large animals. I've seen 2 chickens in game. But I would love to be able to either repair my clothing or, you know, find some new clothes. That'd be nice. I do have a ghillie suit sitting in my backpack from a plane crash that I found earlier on in the same season. It was like episode 3 or 4. I just randomly found a heli crash site. There was no weapons. There's tons of buttstocks. Tons of ammo, but there was no weapons. And it's very possible somebody got there before me. Head torch. This is a green one. So this would be a red light. I have a lot of 9mm rounds. I have a Glock, but I don't have a magazine for it. That is depressing. Be another long trip from Northwest Airfield to the coastline. Be a very long beach trip. corrugated metal. Good. As much as I wanted to... Are you serious, lady? I just let you live, and you're over here screaming at me? Should I have a sewing kit? Nothing. There's a different lady too, so I'm surprised that lady, or that zombie lady just spawned on me. Kinda crazy. See, I'm created by that. I'm just gonna come over here, check out this house and the shed behind this house real quick. Nothing. Head coach. There is some fruit, but it's already technically considered rotten. Corrugated metal. Why do I feel like this town has been ransacked? Clearly not, because the doors are closed. Rarely anything in those houses. I knew there was something on the floor. I mean, I saw the coat, but it looked like there was definitely like some shotgun shells or something underneath the chair, but not what I anticipated. Fuck. He had clearly locked that zombie in there. house. I don't know if I just heard wolves or if I just heard a moose or a cow. Wolves. Why am I not surprised? Sound really close as well. There we go. I have a hatchet. It's like a lot of them. Jesus Christ. Hey, look, a water pump. Nice. This isn't the first time my character's been ambushed by zombies, or, not the first time my character's been ambushed by, werewolves, I should say. Werewolves. Wolves. they stuck around for a while after, and even if I didn't hear them, we're still pretty close by. So, of course, it would be near the local watering hole. It's always great. Ooh, it scared me. Oh, it's a shovel. I was like, what the fuck? Well, that's helpful. Just in case I want to do some base building later on, I can do that now. One thing that I do want, rather than this fucking shovel, wish I had the smaller one so I can just throw it on my backpack and then call it good, but you know, it is what it is. The one thing that I am worried about is finding some duct tape or a sewing kit. And I'm gonna keep with this main road and follow that back to the coastline, but again, my gear is almost completely destroyed, so hoping I can find something to repair my clothing before I have to force a water bottle. Now I don't need a water bottle because I have the glass bottles, but of course what I do need is insanely difficult to find now. I wouldn't say I'm fully geared up, I'm partially geared up. But if I lose this outfit, then I might as well just lose all of my gear. Start fresh. There's a tomato. Propane tank's pretty full, but I don't have enough room for it. So. Or a cooking pot, or a Bunsen burner. If I had all three of those, I'd be set. Before I get ambushed by wolves again. That's good. Looks like that zombie was waiting for me to leave this house. I'm still kind of hearing the wolves in my head. I know that they're gone, but I don't want to chance it. Not with this gear halfway torn up. So I think what I'm going to do for right now, since I have this with me, I have the shovel, I have a hatchet, I have some pretty decent gear. I think for right now, I think I'm just going to sit tight and end the stream so that way next episode has a little bit more, I don't know, I would say gumption or more energy, more tasks to get done. Try to keep my streams between like an hour and 30 minutes. The longest stream that I've done is about 2 hours and 15 minutes, so I'm going to cut it here, and then I will come back and do the next episode later on. But for right now, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next